So first of all, I apologize for the options here. The options for some reason got erased in here. So I just typed in the actual options. These were the actual options in the question. So this is a mod related question. So we have a relationship given in terms of fx and gx. The fx function and the gx function has already been presented. I hope you can see that in the left hand side, we are adding the fx and gx inside the mod, right? So first of all, always try to evaluate these things, understand these things, and just before you start writing. So if you add the fx and the gx, I hope you can see that the 2x gets cancelled out, right? And the constant part is 7 and minus 5. So 7 and minus 5 added is 2. So effectively, this is mod of 2, which is 2, right? So let me write it in this way: mod of fx, which is mod of 2x minus 5, plus mod of gx, which is mod of 7 minus 2x, is equal to 2. That is the left hand side of the original question, right? So this is 2, right? We just evaluated this mentally. So once we get this, I'll just explain this idea in brief. Now, this is a mod plus mod. So we typically in our classes we have explained this in details with distances and stuff. So this is a very simple idea. I'll just elaborate this once. So whenever you have something like this, mod of a minus b, you can interpret this as a distance between the points a and b. So on the line number, that is. So we are going to use line numbers here. So let us check this out. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of changes. So I hope you can understand from this idea itself. But mod of a minus b and mod of b minus a will always be the same thing because it's inside the mod, right? 7 minus 3 and 3 minus 7. So the distance between 3 and 7 will be always constant, right? Whether you take 3 minus 7 or 7 minus 3, it's simply the difference, right? So first of all, I'll change this thing to 2x minus 7. And the next thing that I'm going to do is, so I'm doing both the things at the same time. I hope you understand this. I have just, or if you want, you can just write that in between step yourself. So you'll get something that is x, by the way, is equal to 2. So let me write this x properly. This one as well. So this is x minus 5 by 2 and x minus 7 by 2. Now, this, I think you can see now, we can simplify this a bit. This is what we have. So this is the relationship we are trying to establish, right? Now, just first of all, the constant parts inside the mod, just take them and put it in the line number in actual sequence. So 5 by 2 is a lower value, 7 by 2 is a higher value. So this is what we have. So I call them critical points because this is what the distances are from. So x is, I mean, if you think about this is simply the distance between x and 5 by 2, isn't it? And similarly, if you think about this, it is simply the distance between x and 7 by 2. So now let us analyze this a bit. It's a very simple problem. So if I place this value of x somewhere here, whatever value I put in, so the first part, this part, let me say this is a or something. This is the distance between x and 5 by 2, right? So this distance will be a. Similarly, this is the distance between x and 7 by 2. So this distance will be b, right? Now, what is this total a plus b that we are getting? I'm just trying to evaluate the left-hand side, okay? I'm not gone into the right-hand side as of now. So just evaluating the left-hand side. So this was b, by the way. So now what is a plus b? A plus b is simply the entire distance between 7 by 2 and 5 by 2, right? So this is 7 by 2 minus 5 by 2, which is actually 1. So if I put in the value of x anywhere here, even on 5 by 2, for example, even if I put it on 5 by 2, then that the distance of x to 5 by 2 is 0, but this distance becomes 1, right? So it will automatically readjust. The total distance will always be counted, isn't it? So if I put the value of x in between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, we are getting this as 1, right? Including 5 by 2 and 7 by 2. So this itself is answering me the question that x should lie between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, inclusive of both. So that itself gives me the answer as D. But let me just explain a bit more, because this is anyhow a very simple problem. Just giving you an idea which might be useful in something else as well. So for just for the sake of it, let us take the point X somewhere here. Now let us look at what is this A and B. Now this A in this case is this entire distance, isn't it? This is A. And the B is this entire thing, right? So this much is B, and this entire thing is A. So when we do this A plus B, now there is something else. First of all, this 1 is added once, right? So this distance was 1, if you remember. But this distance, whatever this B is counted twice, right? So it's something like this, 1 plus 2B. Now, as we move away from this value will keep on increasing, right? Because this B distance will keep on increasing. So basically the idea is, so if I put this X somewhere in between of these 2 points, then only this value will be minimum. And the minimum value will be the distance between 5 and 7 by 2. As we keep moving away from 7 by 2 or away from 5 by 2 on the left hand side, that is, you can test this out yourself in the same manner. The distance will keep on increasing from the minimum value. So in this case, the minimum value itself is 1. If you understand this idea, you don't even have to do all of this. You simply will check that 5 by 2 and 7 by 2 is a difference of 1, which automatically implies that X has to lie between 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, of course inclusive of both. So that's it for this question. This is a very easy problem, but then it depends on your comfortability. So I'll say 1.5 minutes is ideal. You should take less than 1.5. I mean, you can take less than 1.5 minutes to solve this problem, but still 1.5 minutes I'll say is an ideal time to solve this problem. So that is it for this question. Thank you.